The new Google Home is Google's answer to Amazon's Echo, the voice-activated Bluetooth speaker and home automation assistant. Now, before going into a comparison though, let's discuss the Google Home itself. Looking at the Google Home, plenty of you have noticed that it looks a bit like an air freshener. Now, frankly though, I have to respectfully disagree. Wait a second. Crap. Okay, so here is the Google Home, and its air freshener looks aside. It does look like it belongs in your home. It's a lot smaller than, say, the Echo, and just has a look that will probably fit well with most of your other appliances. The bottom grill that covers the speakers is interchangeable as well, with a few different color options. That grill is covering a couple of speakers that sound pretty decent. While not the loudest of Bluetooth speakers, they do sound pretty good and crisp. The Echo, however, wins for the better quality and volume, even if it is just by a bit.
What keeps the planet spinning? The force from the beginning. What keeps the planet spinning? The force from the beginning.
And unlike the Echo, you can actually set a default music player when setting it up, so that it will automatically play using that to play your music instead of trying to use, I don't know, Google Play or Amazon Music, depending on the device. Statistically speaking, by the way, you probably don't use either of those. Now, I use Spotify for mine, and that means when I say, "Okay Google, play my upbeat playlist,"
all right, playing your Spotify playlist called Upbeat.
it knows to automatically find that particular playlist in Spotify and can do the same for Google Play, YouTube Music, and Pandora for now, but I expect a ton of more will be integrated soon. On top of this, Google Home can also do multi-room support, and Echo can't. That means that if you have multiple Google Homes and an apartment home that's not minuscule like mine, you can have it play music on all of them in sync, or have it move the music to different rooms depending on where you are. Besides being a pretty decent voice-controlled speaker, the Home is also a voice-activated way of interacting with other connected appliances. These all require you to have said smart devices already, but if you already do, or you decide to buy some after you get the new Google Home, you'll be able to control them with your voice. Right now, it only works with SmartThings, a brand that's owned by Samsung now, that creates all sort of different home automation contraptions. Nest, which has smart security cameras and thermostats, and of course is owned by Google, and Philips Hue, which is Philips's selection of smart light bulbs. But you can expect more and more to be added to this soon. It's pretty easy to set these things up too. Just open the new Google Home app, tap Devices, then tap the plus sign to add a new device. You could choose which kind, and so long as they are already connected to the same Wi-Fi network as the Home, it should find them, and you can just tap them to allow Google Home to control them. You can then create rooms for each set of devices to allow you to say, turn off all the lights in one room, or play music on a stereo in one room, etc. And then you can give them nicknames so you can turn off specific devices as well. The idea being that you can tell your Google Home to do things like, "Okay Google, dim the apartment lights to 50%, etc., and control any of those connected devices with your voice. The Amazon Echo can also do the exact same stuff, and even more because of its integration with If This Then That, which is a site that allows you to connect services that have triggers and set off certain scenarios. So for example, if you connect your Echo to If This Then That, then you can tell it to trigger lockdown, Alexa, and Alexa will turn off your lights, make sure your doors are locked if you have smart locks, and even silence your Android phone, etc. Now there are a bunch of these, and you can even create your own. Now Google Home doesn't have this at the moment, but it's definitely coming, and probably will have a lot of the Android device-oriented stuff built in, with even more options thanks to the fact that both are Google products. Think when I'm on my way home, turn the air to 70 degrees, the lights on, start playing my playlist, send a text to my girlfriend. Again, can't do any of that now, but all of that is probably coming. Besides being a decent speaker and voice controller for your smart appliances, Home can set multiple timers like the Echo can do as well, and answer questions like Alexa does as well. Now the difference here though is the almighty reach of Google. Asking either for simple facts gives you pretty straightforward answers, i.e., how tall is the Eiffel Tower?
The Eiffel Tower's height is 1,063 feet, 324 meters.
The Eiffel Tower is 984 feet tall.
But when you start to get a little more complex, the Home wins pretty easily. This is down to the fact that it can actually grab information from across the web to help. And just like the web, while not always correct, it is using Google Web Search, and it does tend to be correct a decent majority of the time. Some example questions that you can ask Home and not Echo are, how do I cook a hamburger on the stove?
According to Food Network, flip over the burgers. Cook beef burgers until golden brown and slightly charred on the second side. 4 minutes for medium rare or until cooked to desired degree of doneness.
How do you calculate slope?
According to the physics classroom, pick 2 points on the line and determine their coordinates. Determine the difference in y coordinates of these 2 points. Determine the difference in x coordinates for these 2 points. Divide the difference in y coordinates by the difference in x coordinates.
What is the MPG of the new Chevy Camaro?
2017 Chevrolet Camaro's MPG is up to 22 city, 31 highway.
Can cats eat grapes?
According to PetMD, cats are not likely to eat these, and there are no reports of cats becoming ill from these foods.
And you get the idea. In fact, it becomes an interesting game to see if you can actually stump Google Home with questions. So when it comes to knowledge, it's just too hard for Amazon to compete with the knowledge that Google has. The Echo has been around for almost 2 years longer than the Google Home though, and with that comes a few advantages. Besides the home integration with more devices and the if this then that I mentioned earlier, Echo also has skills. These are essentially apps for the Echo that third parties can create using the Echo API to extend its functionality. You can test your Harry Potter knowledge, have it tell you facts about cats, and so on. Now, I personally don't use any of these because I think they're a bit of a gimmick. Others might actually enjoy them, and Google will most likely not integrate these types of things into Google Home, at least not quite in the same way. Now overall, Alexa wins for the speaker quality, but only just. And Echo has skills that I never use, and you can technically say Alexa faster than OK Google. Besides those things though, it's about $50 more expensive than the Home. It has more integration than the Home at the moment for home automation, but that will undoubtedly change in the next few months or so. And it can't answer questions like Google can. On top of that, Google will supposedly learn from you using its AI and Google Assistant, and even more so if you use Google Assistant on your phone, of course, and will become further and further integrated with your phone for even more possible scenarios that it can help in. Thinking of what Home will soon be versus what it and Echo are now, it's hard to not suggest the Home over the Alexa for someone looking for something like this. There you guys, hope you enjoyed that quick little review and slight comparison against the Alexa because it's the only real competing product out right now. But if you did, please first off let me know what you guys think about the Alexa and the Home and all this stuff in the comments below. I love to read what you guys have to say. And if you like this video, please thumbs up it or share it. It is greatly appreciated. And if you want more videos like this, please check out my channel. If you like what you see, then please subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching.